What's going on?
What's up, everyone? Welcome in.
Woo.
Happy Sunday, Rabbit.
Rabbit, the first of the month.
Of the month. It's fucking March. Jeez.
We're a quarter way into the year.
I mean, it felt like we were just, in February. February flew. And March is just like, I'm here, all right, like, let's get the snow out and bring all the spring energy because...
Finally.
Yeah.
So much snow.
It's disgusting. You already know how it is here. It's disgusting when it snows. And, yeah, I get depressed, though, when it's cold and, like, just, like, everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, today we're going to have an amazing guest. I'm really excited about this one because he's toured the world and he's gone to, like... different places of the world with bands that we really admire and love. I mean, if you guys don't know Ghost, if you guys don't know Gojira, what have you been doing? They've been around for a really long time, and just the tours are always a fun, place to have stories because we've had a lot of guests that they tell us the most, craziest things, and it's always fun to hear, the reactions, and also you guys can ask questions. He's also a luthier, so he's really skilled. He's a guitar tech, and he's a beefcake, man. Like, wait until you guys see him. We're gonna get to know his. You gotta ask him his regimen, his workout.
His workout routine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta
I gotta get some pointers.
All right. So I think without further ado, we should bring him out. Jai, are you ready for me?
Yes, miss.
All right. Let's go.
Let's
do
get
this.
him on the screen. Everyone, Jai Kaminoff! Woo!
Look at him. I told you guys.
Hello.
Thank you so much, Jai, for giving us this time and space to be with you and to let us know what makes you awesome. Because I know there's so many things that make you awesome.
Thank you so much. That's very, very sweet of you to say. I'm happy to be here.
So, I always like rewinding. And I'm going from the very, very beginning. Because that's the way I do it. I want to know how it all started for you because you're a guitarist too, right? In your own right, you started playing guitar. Was that your first instrument that you've picked up and wanted to play?
It's the first instrument I picked up and wanted to play. I played piano when I was younger. Your parents put you in piano lessons and things like that, and it was very like just learn the music that's in front of you. There wasn't really any scales or improvisation or anything like that. I would bring in music from like James Bond movies and Star Wars and things like that, just so I could get the teacher to teach me to play songs that I wanted to play. So
what's the first song that you learned how to play as a kid, the guitar?
Oh, it's Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, Hot Cross Buns, something like that. Yeah.
Why is that always the first song? And you're like bringing in other songs. You're like, no, I want to rock out, and then like dee dee dee.
Mm-hmm. No, this is my mom always talks about. We had a recital when I was a kid where all the students come in and play songs, and the really high level kids were playing like classical pieces, and other kids were playing stuff out of a learner's book. And I came in and just went up and said, "I think you're gonna know this one," and then just started playing the James Bond theme song and confused the hell out of a lot of people.
Whoa, that's cool.
Surprise!
yeah, and I did Star Wars the next year, like Duel of the Fates, some stuff like that. So I always loved music, but just that wasn't really the outlet for me,
So what would you say are your 5 top favorite bands?
Yeah, top favorite bands. The Beatles are my favorite band of all time. There's no denying that. Beatles, Metallica. I mean, I hate to say it, but like the bands that I work for have been very, very lucky. I was fans of them before I worked for them. So like Ghost and Animals and Gojira are up there. Mastodon, Machine Head, Dissection, Cal Decapitation. It goes all around, but so, I enjoy all the other stuff besides metal, but yeah, I gotta say.
Incredible.
What all right, so you said like, you didn't completely continued on with like wanting to really hone in on your playing with your guitar. Over time you got into having to repair guitars and and build guitars. At what point did you say, well, let me get into that field and see what that's like, and see if that's something I would be interested in moving forward with?
Well, that happened when I was living in Los Angeles. I was going to Musicians Institute in Hollywood, and the goal was to work on guitars and do repairs and stuff on the side while I, made my rock star dreams happen, or at least, be able to put down on a tax form that I was a musician. But while I was at MI, the students that I was with were just so unbearably better, like in every single way possible. Like there's this guitar player named Mateus Asado. He plays with Bruno Mars and just insane people. He's a Brazilian dude, and he was in MI with me, and like I had to be like in the same room as him. And he was just such a natural talent, and a bunch of other people were so insanely good that I was just like, what am I doing here? This is insane. Like if I get to fix his guitar, I'll be lucky. Like, and so I always planned to go to the luthier program at MI. So that was when I was like, okay, this is going to be my focus. Like I need to do that and not try and compete with these guys. It's insane.
So you got slightly discouraged having to be around crazy guitar players,
Or inspired, right?
but then
Humbled. Yeah, my goal was, I knew from jump that I wasn't going to be a shredder or anybody insane. I always wanted to be like a James Hetfield, just like laying the cut rhythm player. That was always my thing. Like there was metal classes every week. There would be a metal live performance workshop, and everybody would get together who wanted to and play a metal song with other kids, and the teachers would play an example song. They chose me to play rhythm guitar with the teachers for the entire time that I was at MI. So like I was good at my rhythm player, Hetfield-esque kind of part. But seeing everybody and, writing their own music and doing their own stuff and things like that, I was like, I'm gonna really focus on the tech side of things.
And let me make you sound better.
Exactly. Yeah. No, it's the same thing. Playing rhythm guitar, fixing your guitar. It's helping you. That's what I'm here to do.
Yeah.
I mean, in his own right, he is a rock star too, because the rock star needs him to make them sound amazing and make sure they go out there with a very fine guitar.
And it's working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoy my role very much, and I'm just happy that I'm able to contribute to the shows that I contribute to. And making all the kids happy and putting everything on and letting live music continue in an upward trajectory.
So you went to the luthier program. Did you build guitars after that point and for people, or did you kind of like drop off from that?
No, I went deliberately knowing like I wanted to learn how to fix them, more than anything. So that's where like the real get a job kind of stuff was. There's some of the guys I went to school with are building right now on their own, doing incredible stuff, working with Dunnable and other companies, doing amazing stuff in their own right. But I knew I wanted to repair stuff, and I built bad guitars. Like I built two for school, one electric, one acoustic, and they're both bad. And it was a long time ago, and I could do a lot better now, but they were not good.
You gotta start somewhere, right?
Exactly. Yeah. I learned all the basics of how guitars are put together and how they work, and it's always something I was passionate about. And then I started working in the real world and learning more and more every day.
So how was it that you got that phone call that made you have that opportunity to tour with bigger bands, like really like go out there and be the guitar tech for Gojira? Well, was Gojira the first band, or
No.
what? Let's go back to like their first real tour with a big known band.
Well, it all started because one of the guys I went to school with, by the name of Aaron Mercier, he had already toured with like the Jackson 5 and a bunch of crazy people as a guitar tech. And he was at MI doing the same thing I was, going for performance and then going to the luthier program on a VA bill. And so he was already working around town, and he offered me some gigs that he couldn't do, like at the Whiskey A Go-Go and at Lucky Strike. They had jams with a bunch of people from 80s bands coming through. and it was those jam nights where I really kind of cut my teeth. The bass player from Quiet Riot, Chuck Wright, started them originally, and it was just like every 80s band you love, there was somebody who played with them, and they were there jamming every Monday, and I was dealing with like 30 to 40 guitar players a night, helping them all out, tuning their guitars, making sure their stuff is working. And from that, I got a call, I think also from Aaron, to do Dee Snider with his solo stuff.
Sister.
So Dee was the first like artist that I worked for. We did a gig in Miami, and I did a bunch of stuff with him. After that, Dee is amazing. He is one of the most incredible human beings on the planet.
Yeah,
Really
I see so many
good.
interviews with him, and you definitely feel that him and Alice Cooper, you just feel like they're just genuine fucking guys, like really beautiful people.
Yeah, insane. There was a point where he wanted the guitar techs to play guitar on the Twisted Sister songs, because for a solo band he only had one guitar. For Twisted he wanted two. So I was at a rehearsal studio in Hollywood playing like I Want to Rock and We're Not Gonna Take It and Burn in Hell with Dee Snider.
That's insane. What an experience.
What the hell is going on? And I was playing that guitar, and he came up to me and he was like, "It's a cool guitar, dude. The thrash. You thrasher? You like thrash?"
I can hear that.
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, man. Yeah." I was a singer in a thrash band at the time. He was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Did you know Twisted Sister vetted thrash metal?" Like, oh my God, please say more.
Keep talking,
Back
don't
the day,
stop.
we were on stage. I had such a bad caffeine addiction. I was going coffee, coffee, coffee all day. And then I looked down in the audience. I'd see like Scott Ian down there. I see Billy from Overkill down there. And I was going faster on stage. Twisted Sister vetted thrash metal. I was like, absolutely, 100%. Yes.
Oh my God, what an experience.
How old were you then?
I was like 21. I was a fucking baby.
Oh, he was a baby. Yeah.
The first time I ever met Dee, he was like, "What's up, new kid? How you doing? How old are you?" I was like, 21. He was like, "No, you're not.
Not
You're
anymore.
30 to the day if you work for me."
Aww.
That's awesome.
See, now these are the stories I'm telling you about. Like, what? You were 21, and that's just
Yeah,
the
no,
beginning, right?
I got started really, really young.
That's amazing. I mean, that's the dream. Everybody hopes that they could break in there somehow and start to get to know people and everything. So, and that's a legend right there, a living legend. So for that to be your first experience, that's nuts. So that was the beginning too.
Yeah. So, and then it went from Dee to other bands. I did stuff with Quiet Riot and like Lynch Mob and a bunch of guys in that scene, and that turned into just other bands and stuff. And my roommate at the time, actually, I was living in Encino. He was the guitar tech for Animals Leaders, and he couldn't or didn't want to do the next tour, so he just asked me if I wanted to do it. And I said absolutely. I love Animals, 100%.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Did you have to do a lot with Animals? Like, because I know Tosin's very, detailed with his guitars.
Honestly, like, because I come from a guitar repair background. I come from a setup background. I gelled with them a lot easier than a lot of other people might have, because like learning the backline stuff and all of the amps and building rigs and stuff was like my secondary thing. I was coming into that. A lot of guitar techs are coming into it from an audio or live sound kind of side. I was coming in from the guitar side of things, so I meshed really well with the Animals guys, and we got along really well as well. I'm working with them at the end of the month. I can't wait to go out and tour with them again. They're family to me. I love them.
So you going on tour with them again for how long?
They're doing a Satch Vi. They're opening up that run. I'm doing half of that tour and then leaving to go do Gojira in Europe.
Oh, nice.
But I'm very lucky that they're having me on for half of that.
Is this your first experience with his new guitars, with the Abasi concepts?
I've been working with those since those were on paper. The first ones made by different builders from around California and the world. He still uses, I think, chartreuse gold, one that Grover Jackson made, like before he really had the company going. And they're incredible guitars from bottom to the top. The Legion to the American Master Made, I've worked on all of them, and I gave him and Ivan, the other CEO of the company, the specs, how the factory should set up the guitars coming out of production and being shipped out, to like around Tosin's spec, a little bit more generous to kind of give room for a guitar moving around in shipment. But it's when you get a guitar from the factory, it's the specifications that I gave them that is around what Tosin's guitars are at.
So what are your favorite guitars to work with personally?
Well, any guitar tech will tell you like something easy, you know, like it's like a Les Paul or a Strat or a Tele, or, you know, easy to work on, you know, they're simple, things like that. But my favorite ones are it really, I'm kind of still kind of a guitar player, so like if it feels good and it plays well and like it's a good piece of wood, then I like having it in my hands and it feels good and I like working on it, you know. I've worked on $8,000 Fender custom shops that are just like it dug shit, but then the next one in the same serial number, the serial number from the same shop is like one of the greatest guitars I've ever played in my life. It's a piece of wood with metal hammered into it, you know.
Yeah.
So
What's
it
your
really
dream? Your dream guitar, your custom dream guitar. That baby right there.
Yeah, I nailed it. I got lucky. I got a good one.
Do you name your guitars?
I did for a long time. I kind of slacked off recently, but yeah, I did for a long time. That one I named it in high school. It's a swear word. I don't know if I should say it.
Fuck it, say it.
Yeah, it's cunt. It was my favorite word.
Yeah, we got a lot of that floating around last time we had what's his name, Cam on.
Oh yeah.
English,
British.
yeah,
yes.
Exactly. Yeah. No, it was my favorite word at the time, and you know, I've always had, you know, the reverse, you know, feminist thing going. So,
so you lived in LA and you were born in New York, right? So he's a New Yorker born, guys. That's a certified New Yorker for me.
Stamp.
And so what's the differences between when you're on the road and, you know, you come back home? Is there anything that you love to get in different parts of the world that you can't get here, that you're like, oh, I can't wait to, like, whether it's something, you know, like food wise, or like something that you really distinguish that's very different from, you know, being in the States that you love?
Yeah, everywhere has its own things, you know, that you look forward to. After living in LA for 10 years, there's a bunch of stuff there that I absolutely love and absolutely abhor, you know. I was there for 10 years and I found 2 places with good bagels in the entire county of Los Angeles.
We know how hard that is. Do they ship the water over there to make the bagels? Because I've heard that's actually a thing in some places.
Yep, one of the places actually did ship the water in.
See?
And there's pizza places that ship water in as well. Like the Rainbow, I think, ships in their water from Chicago, which is like kind of a weird, but it's closer. But I will say, there are exceptions in New York. I'm very lucky. I live next to a really, really amazing Mexican spot with really great tacos. But overall, the Mexican food in Los Angeles is far superior to anything in the country. I lived in Texas for 3 years as well.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That's fighting words for people from Texas, right? Because they think they have the best.
I will absolutely go fucking pound for pound with anybody from Texas on that, 100%. I've dated women from Texas, and I've fought with them about it.
When we went to San Diego, we were like, damn, the food here, amazing. I mean, the
It's just
service,
different.
yeah, it's authentic. It does taste much better.
Yeah, no, it's like real Mexican like food. It's fantastic, and just like the freshness and the quality is really really great. And it's like it's what I say about New York. Like any slice of pizza you get on any random corner in New York City is going to be better than 90 to 95% of any slice of pizza you're going to get anywhere else in the country. In Los Angeles, any taco truck or tent on the side of the road, in North Hollywood is going to be better than 90 to 99% of any Mexican food you're going to get anywhere else in the country.
I agree.
It's just that kind of give and take you get with the area that you're in.
So what's your favorite food then? What's your favorite thing to eat on the road?
On the road, I try and keep things as healthy as I can, because it gets really easy to fall into a cycle of fucking pizza and burgers because it's easy. And so I do a lot of salads and wraps and things on the road. But my favorite thing probably to get on the road would be like just a taco. Usually, it's it's if it's bad, you can just take the meat and the vegetables and just eat that. It's nice and easy.
Okay, you didn't say Buc-ee's because like so many touring artists say Buc-ee's. I'm like, what is the obsession with that place? Right? The sandwiches?
If you're sleep deprived and you're rolling off of a tour bus after being on it for 12 hours and you're just looking for some semblance of society and you walk into this massive Costco of a gas station that has everything you could ever possibly think of, it is impressive to anybody, but especially in that mindset of just needing something. It's Emerald City incarnate. So there is something to be said about Buc-ee's. The food is great. The jerky's amazing. The Buc-ee nuts are awesome.
The Buc-ee nuts.
Everything's great, but there's better food around everywhere. It's great. Buc-ee's is awesome. I also love Love's. They have everything there as well. There's lots of great gas stations if you want to get food.
Disclaimer: not sponsored.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm Wawa, and Cumberland Farms up and down, East Coast. Dog agrees.
Dogs agrees.
He agrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wawa.
I don't know. We have like neighbors that are moving in, I think. So
You're fine.
One of the questions I wanted to ask too, is there a venue that you absolutely look forward to playing more than any place?
Yeah, there's a bunch. It all depends on the size of the tour and what you're doing and where you are. Like in the States, there's the Factory in St. Louis. Amazing venue, like designed by roadies for roadies. Just like I won't bore you with the logistics of it, but everything is great. There's showers in every room. There's a built-in per room, coffee machine built in for everybody. The catering's amazing. You get good St. Louis barbecue every night if you ask for it. The load-in is super easy, just straight from the loading dock onto the stage. Everything's awesome. The lighting rig is great. Sound system's awesome. The Clyde in oh my god, in Indianapolis, outside of it, Fort Wayne, Indiana. It's next to Sweetwater, so it's like Sweetwater's venue.
Yeah.
So everything's tricked out, and everyone who works there is a professional, and everything's fucking amazing. And there's another one in Wisconsin that's the name is escaping me right now, but it's also incredible. And like in Europe, there's so many of them, especially when you get up in like Scandinavia and places around there.
Oh yeah.
Like when you get into like Antwerp and Amsterdam, places around there, everything, like the government subsidizes the arts and the venues, so everything is like just fantastic.
I can imagine in Europe, like it's just another beautiful world. What's your favorite country in Europe?
Uh,
That's a hard one. Damn, I don't know if I can even pick. I mean, I would say Italy.
Gonna piss off the whites. Germany is awesome. I love
Germany.
Germany. I honest as uh just as a touring person, you always spend so much time in Germany for some reason, so you just kind of get used to it. Everybody there speaks English. It's very nice. England is incredible. I love Britain. Ireland's awesome. Scotland, Wales, everything. It's great. Um,
That's one thing
and
though in London, because we went to UK. The food is a little bit different.
you got to know what to get.
Yeah, like I'm not good at picking because we just met up with friends and I was like, yeah, just take me to wherever it is that you want. And she did introduce me to the mushy peas that were
Yeah.
cold, and I was like, what is this?
Yeah. It's like
we paid for this. We're gonna eat this.
yeah.
But everything else I loved. That was the only thing that I was like, this is not my favorite, but I love trying new food from everywhere.
There's an old joke after visiting England and sampling the food and the drink and seeing the women. I can understand why they had the greatest navy in the world.
No. That's a
But-
good. I'm gonna use that. But that's
Yeah.
that's kind of mean though at the same time. But it's okay.
Oh,
I get it. I get it.
No, the drum tech for Gojira is British, and we're always busting each other's balls constantly back and forth.
And that's the fun
Um,
thing, right? Everybody is like a family. It's like brothers. Like you're always sharing
Oh,
the
yeah.
shit and making jokes and stuff. And you have to really like love each other and get along with each other. And it's either naturally like a thing, you guys get along, or it's like this fucker. Like, it's always something, right? So it's so
Absolutely.
important to have that kind of bond.
No, I always tell people, like, I am far from the technically best guitar tech, and on any scale, very, very, very far away from it. But most of this job is sitting on a fucking bus with other people for 4 to 12 weeks in a row, and living in a tin can with people. And if you're a dick or you're just like not a good hang, it becomes very apparent very, very quickly.
It's all about the hang, like in between, going to the next city and just going someplace else. It's really about like how everyone is like in the hang, afterwards.
Yeah, and even when you get to that city, you're still working with them every day. You're surrounded with these people for your entire life for a certain amount of weeks. So you just have to. You can't be a dick. You
Gotta
really
get
can't
used
be
to
a dick.
everybody's scents and smells and perspiration.
Yeah. Showers are important. Dude wipes are important. You
Deodorant.
got to keep on top of yourself.
The Dr. Squash.
Yeah, exactly. You got to keep yourself organized. You got to, you can't just be leaving your laundry around, shoes, things like that. The drum tech for Slayer is famous for, well, all the Slayer guys are famous for keeping people in line.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, if there's like one like errant shoe in the wrong place, you're gonna catch some shit for it. And I thank God for Slayer crew every day. They make the world better and they make people better.
That's fucking badass. So Slayer is one of the bands that you work with closely then.
I've never worked for Slayer. I've never worked for Slayer.
Okay, so how did that...
I've worked with guys who have
Oh.
worked for Slayer. They've been on crews that I've worked with.
Yeah, so that's another thing. I've spoken to a few drum techs, guitar techs, and that's true. You guys all become really good friends. You're like, hey, man. And then in passing, I noticed that the guitar techs and drum techs, they like get really close with the team. And they'll share stories and they'll tell us, things that happen. He's like, oh, that's my buddy. I've known him for like years when on tour. A lot of our bands like tour together. And it's you hear stories that way too, like, oh, this person is a good, cool person, this person a dick. Like you hear that from all the techs.
Yeah, absolutely. No, we need to backline guys like the drum guitar techs. We need to hang out and be cool, or else we really fucking suck.
Yeah.
Like we're the last, especially like on an arena, like and like big shows. We're the last ones in the beginning of the day, like lighting crew and audio rigging. Everybody comes in before us. We're the last ones to come in, and then we're the first ones out when the show is over. So
Yeah.
like if we're a dick, we're really a dick. We seem like real big assholes. So like it's very important to me to make sure that I hang out and I commiserate with everybody around. You know, forget the fact that they're lovely people and I love being around them, and they are some of the funniest and best people I've ever met in my life. But just to show that, like, hey, I'm sorry. I know my gig is like this. We're all doing the same thing. I love you. If you need any help, I'm here. I'll push your cases. I'll do whatever you need. Like, let's all make the show happen. I love you.
Oh, I love hearing that. Yeah, everybody's trying to work together. It's teamwork, right?
Absolutely.
Teamwork, make the dream work.
Yeah, anybody that leaves early or drops out like that, they get noticed real quick and shit is talked.
Yeah, I can imagine. It gets around fast too.
Absolutely, yeah.
I want to go back to your development as a guitar tech and repairs. So between working with D and Animals as Leaders, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So what was the next group that you've worked with after D Snyder?
So after D, there was like a bunch of 80s guys I just did like one-offs with, and it's like little festivals. I did one with Josh Todd and the Conflict, which is like the Buck Cherry side project. Just like a bunch of small stuff like that. I did a tour with the Butcher Babies, who are fantastic. This is back when they had Carla and Heidi singing, and they're just the sweetest people ever, and their crew was really, really amazing. And this is back when I was really green and new, so the crew they had was really, really good. And I actually just saw the lighting guy that I met on that. He's touring with Rule right now. He does lasers for Red Hot Chili Peppers, and he's done crazy stuff. And the tour manager does stuff with the Monomarth and Arch Enemy and a bunch of crazy people. And so like hanging around them and learning from them was really very instrumental in my coming up. But then Animals was like the next big tour that I did, and from that I was going to do another Animals Leaders tour and then go directly into doing Between the Buried and Me and some other people, and that started March 13th 2020. So that didn't happen.
No.
Oh yeah.
COVID.
With everything, the COVID thing, yeah.
Yeah, so there's like the first time I had a plan in my life. It was just gone.
Yeah.
So what was the plan B then when that happened?
I was working at a backline company in LA, and they were like, "Oh, dude, come back. You're all good. Please, we love you." And then 2 days later, everybody in that company got laid off.
Oh wow.
Shit.
So I was at home for a long time. I started working at Bogner Amplification, Bogner Amps, for a while during COVID. And then I got a phone call one day from Doc Coyle from Bad Wolves and God Forbid, a bunch of amazing bands. Doc is the best. And he said that Lamb of God needed a guitar tech like tomorrow in Boise. And
see you guys.
No, 5 minutes later, I got a phone call from somebody else saying that Gojira needed somebody in 2 weeks.
Oh wow.
Oh, 2 weeks. Oh, so you had some time there to think about it, right?
Well, so I didn't want to be a dick to the Bogner guys because they've been so good to me.
2 weeks notice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
So I was able to give them 2 weeks. So I chose Gojira over Lamb of God. And
that's a tough one. But Gojira, shit, man, that's amazing.
Really tough. But it came up because when I was out with Animals in 2019, they had this band Car Bomb out with them in Europe. Do you guys know Car Bomb?
We've heard of them. We haven't really heard a lot of their music.
Yeah, they're New York guys. They're absolutely the best, incredible, one of the most insane bands on the planet. As a musician, one of those craziest shit you'll ever hear. They're on tour with Animals. The only band that I've ever seen Toast Nabasi and Javier and Matt from Animals just like side stage.
Wow,
like dumbfounded. They're awesome. I helped them out on the tour, and they're really tight with Gojira. Gojira needed somebody to fill in for a tour, so they asked Car Bomb. Car Bomb suggested me. and that's how I got that phone call. So
It's who you know. You know the saying.
Your line,
It's who
yeah.
you
the
know.
Animals to Gojira pipeline is,
Right.
there.
So
Incredible.
So what year was that?
That was 2021. Gojira's first shows back after COVID on the Fortitude tour. I was with them.
That was like the
'cause
biggest time for them too.
it was all the first shows were like Louder Than Life and Not Fest and just festivals, and then there was a break, and then the full US tour with Knocked Loose in support.
Wow.
Like right before they really blew up, we had Knocked Loose, and they were fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's
Every
crazy.
night, just insane. Yeah, it was so good.
So where did Ghost come into play?
Ghost came in because they're with the same management as Gojira.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And the guy that I was filling in for with Gojira, he was still in lockdown in Australia. That's why I came in. So they were going to have him back. But management was like, we can put you with Ghost, and you can have this other gig. And I was like,
fuck yeah,
hell
say
yeah.
no more.
Dude,
the
I've
work.
been a fan. I've been a fan since before the first album came out. Like when it was just like Phil and Selmo, like just whispering about this band out of fucking Sweden. But I was so into that, so I went and did that tour with Ghost, and it was one of the best tours of my life. Fantastic. The band is absolutely incredible. Everybody's awesome, and I was at the end of that tour. The Gojira guitar tech that I was filling in for went to Lana Del Rey and looked at Gojira. So he gave me an ultimatum to stick with Ghost or go back to Gojira. And
Your audio's cutting out a little bit there.
oh, sorry. And is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was left with an ultimatum to go back to Gojira or stick with Ghost. And I love them both so much, so I was just like, I gotta go death metal.
Yeah. So yeah, that all kind of puts everything into perspective with your timeline on like how you ended up becoming these techs. So Ghost or Gojira and Animals is your two main bands right now, right?
My main squeezes, yes, my boys.
Main squeezes. And then you have animals coming up, and then you have Gojira shortly after, right?
What a life!
Yeah.
What a life to have that opportunity and be able to tour.
If you told me when I was 18 that this is what I'd be doing, I would not believe you at all.
Oh man, I'm so happy for you because you really seem to be like also a fan of the band, and then all of a sudden you're around them all the time. You're like, this is my life. Like what the fuck, right? And there's moments that you wake up and you're just like. You're getting off the bus and then you see the guys and you're like, man, like, do you ever just like feel like this is like surreal moments like that?
No, it's insane. I'll wake up to like text messages from dudes. I'm like, I was watching videos about your guitar playing, like when I was first learning how to play. Like it's insane. But I try and keep it really chill and cool. I think I had like one moment with Tosin on our first tour together where like we were all hanging out and having drinks together, and I kind of broke for a second. I just had to be like, dude,
you're fanboying.
Your AMG TV playthrough when you did Wave of Babies was just so fucking good. Oh my god, I can't believe it. And then I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm good. We're good. We're friends.
I got that out now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try to be like that with a lot of like the people that we've come across, and try not to fan too much, right? But like fan enough that it's like, yeah, we appreciate their work and what they've done and their inspiration that they've caused us or be a part of in our growth with them.
Exactly.
But I personally would like to have more of like a personal conversation where you can have that kind of like one-to-one intimate, relationship with them, just to make them feel like they're human,
Oh, 100%. That's like that's the main thing of what it all would be. Like just having a gushing, fanboy conversation is just like, all right, I thank you so much. I really appreciate you. You're amazing. I'm never going to talk to you again. But like, I think the last time I talked to like the guys from Mastodon, we talked about like flossing on the road and how hard like
Yeah.
and that's like I kind of struggle with Mastodon guys, to be fair. Like I fucking loved Mastodon when I was younger, so I'm still kind of like in my head every time I see them, even though like they're friends.
I'd feel that with Dream Theater if I ever come across them.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
So did you do the Dream Sonic tour?
No, I was not on that one. I was busy with Gojira.
Yeah, we went to that one and we saw Animals as Leaders, and we was like in the third row, and I was just like, oh man, like, geez, fuck. Yeah.
With Devin.
That's
a great tour.
Yeah, no, and Devin is also another massive influence, like, and also just the sweetest fucking guy, softest hands I've ever felt on a man. Just like
Really?
it's like you're shaking hands with a cloud. He's just a dream of.
Really?
From the way he plays his guitar, he has really soft hands.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's insane. You see him glide over the strings, like it's like that fucking.
And he has massive hands.
Yeah.
Like I noticed.
He's a large man. Yeah, absolutely.
He has a presence, a really big presence. Yeah, and his voice. Oh my God. All these years too, he still has that fucking voice, and you're just like, holy shit.
Again, that EMG TV playthrough he did when he was doing Kingdom, and just the singing he does on that alone is just it's insane. That whole Epicloud album when it came out was just mind blowing.
Massive, incredible.
So let's dive into the Gojira world, right? So you were on tour with them, and you've done let's dive into the Olympics.
Yeah, that was an interesting call.
So how did that come about? Yeah.
As far as I know, it's just the French government just gave him a call.
Really?
Like, hey, parlez-vous, want to do this? And they agreed. Like somebody had the genius idea to put Gojira on after Lady Gaga, and they were obviously incredibly down. And yeah, they flew out a bunch of us to go and just help them out and make sure everything went according to plan.
So is it like they got the call? They're not gonna say no, right? Because it's the Olympics. I thought that because they're a French band, they're from France, right? And they had I guess it would be because it's in France, the Olympics, that it was their homage to their home bands that are big for their home country.
Yeah, no, they're one of France's biggest international exports as far as like entertainment and art goes. Like it's like Daft Punk, Gojira, like Justice, and like a few other bands,
I know it was such an incredible moment for all the metal fans, because we don't get to see our bands and see them shine in the Olympics. Like, to me, that was like enormous, right? I mean, I was just saying this for the Super Bowl, right? I was like, man, they need to have like Gojira. Like, I mean, Lady Gaga was there too, but like for me, I feel like rock music, metal music needs to come back hardcore that way. So when I saw that, I was like, man, we're back, baby. We're back. Like, we're doing it. It's like they're getting noticed. Like, so that must have been such an enormous thing for them to feel, being the first real metal band, like doing the Olympics the way they did it too.
I think it's like honestly still kind of setting in, just like the magnitude of that, like especially getting the Grammy win after that for those guys. Like, just when they talk about it, it's still very much like it's almost dreamlike the way they speak about it. And even just being able to be there on like the outside of it is just like my entire Facebook feed for the next like 2 weeks was all just people sharing me and talking about it. So to be able to have had some like incredibly small part in that massive thing for the metal world, because the entire point of metal is that it's underground, and we constantly get disrespected by mainstream media and like the Grammys and everything. That's kind of like where we live on the fringe. So to have that moment and to have it be like an actual Gojira song, like not just them up there doing some cover of something, but like an actual like Gojira tune that's heavy, and there's screaming and there's fire and there's blood, and it's actually like metal, you know. The it was just monumental.
It really set the tone
Part of history.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like when we saw that pop up, we were like, "Holy shit, this is freaking epic!" You know, because like the way they had the whole production.
My eyes were like welling because I was so like happy.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
like for the whole like when you were there, right? Let's get the Jai experience of like, you know, when you flew there from start to finish. Like, how was the production set up and, you know, choreographing and all that stuff? Like, because I know it's a very short segment that they played. They didn't play like a full on song, right?
no, that was the whole tune. They
It was
played
the whole
tune.
thing. Okay.
Yeah. Well, we had a rehearsal with the orchestra, and the conductor who they did the song with. I'm blanking on his name. I feel terrible. He's like the top, like, best conductor in like Europe. Award-winning, amazing dude. And Marina, the opera performer who's done a bunch of shows with us. She's incredible. She was there as well. She's also a huge metalhead. She came to the rehearsal with like a Pantera vinyl and some other stuff, just to like show her metal cred. Marina, I'm Violenti, I'm going to say her last name incredibly wrong, but she's incredible. And so we had a rehearsal, and then they had like a dry run where they put the guys up on the side of the castle with the, you know, cherry pickers, and so for safety, made sure everything was fine. And I had to go up, and the other guys had to go up in a cherry picker to like put down pedals on the where they were standing on the side of the castle. So it was all very organized, and, you know, still very surreal. The actually one of the riggers that was there helping us get strapped into the cherry picker and everything, he was Scottish, and we started talking to him. I was like, "What are they hiring Scots for the French government?" He was like, "Oh no, I usually work here. I always work in France." Like, "Oh, what's your usual job?" And he just points to the Eiffel Tower. He's like, "Replacing those fuckers." His company replaces the light bulbs in the Eiffel Tower. I was like, "Oh fuck, of course dude, yeah, of course you're doing this. Amazing."
Oh man, I love the Scots.
So then on the day of the show, we were all up in the castle, and that building is still a functional courthouse. They had to lock up our phones and bags and everything, and like there's still like law papers around everywhere. Like, it's still a functional building. But the dressing rooms where they had us were like in the dungeons where they had Marie Antoinette held, and that's where all like the 100 of the decapitated Marie Antoinettes were there getting dressed, and where the band dressing room was and everything like that. It was a very surreal scene. And then day of, I was just in the tower behind Christian, the guitar player I take care of. He got up, I handed him a guitar, and then just kind of made sure everything was fine and watched the events unfold.
So that how high up was that? Like, it looked really freaking high. Like,
I think we were like maybe 5 or 6 stories up.
You have fear of heights?
I mean, look at him. I don't think so. What is he going to be afraid of? People are afraid of him.
I was inside. If you watch it, you see them, like there's a window behind him. I'm back there. I'm in the building. I'm safe. They were out.
Yeah.
You have to put the pedals out there though, right? Like, that's still out in front.
Yeah, they put me up on a cherry picker, and I just like kind of plopped them and plugged them in and everything.
Don't look down. Don't look down.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they were very, very full of safety, making sure that we were all strapped in properly, and I had the helmet on, and everybody, was doing their thing.
That's awesome.
Mm.
Also, chat, if you guys have any questions for Jai, let us know. We are here with him. He's telling us all his experiences from being a guitar tech for Gojira, and he's talking about the experience with the Olympics and everything in between. So, Jai, of course, I want to thank you again for being here, because we're having such a good time. And it's wow, we're like halfway in.
We're about an hour in, so we're going to take this moment to do a quick call to action for anyone that's watching on YouTube. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and thumbs up so that it helps push this video out to other people as well that you would like to have, Jai being spotlighted to some new viewers, and also it helps the channel as well. So, and you can get access to updates on when we're going on live next with our next guests, and clips coming out in the near future. And just hit that subscribe button while you're here.
It's free.
Smash that subscribe and like, y'all. Let's go, chat.
Let's go, chat.
I've never done
W's
Twitch
in the
before.
chat. W's. Jai W.
Never done Twitch.
Guitar Tech.
Yeah, you said you're not like big into like the social media stuff.
No, I'm legitimately awful with it.
He's a busy man.
Yeah, like you guys said, the only stuff you could find is my personal YouTube channel, the stuff from when I was in like high school. That should really, I need to make that private.
It was great though to see. I mean, like you said, it's humbling, right? But it also reminds you like how far you've come. You know, all those years.
Yeah, that little twink 18-year-old. Yeah.
And look at you now. So, do you have time in between a lot to like work out and stuff? Because I saw your glow up. You know, from when you was a 20-year-old to now. How did you start with your fitness and stuff? And being on the road is hard because, like you said, there's a lot of food, junk food to avoid and everything. Do you have a regimen to be healthy and strong, to be a guitar tech for these big metal bands?
You're gonna hate me. I never work out. I never work out.
You're lying. I don't believe
No.
you. You're just blessed then.
The
This
guitars
naturally
is his
blessed.
weight that he.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of lifting too, right? There's a lot of stuff to move.
When I first moved to Los Angeles, I kind of got into that Hollywood headspace, and I was just going to the gym every day and like just eating like tuna and like sriracha for pretty much every meal, and just like really counting macros and doing everything. And I was doing like the Momoa workout and like really hitting it hard. Literally outgrew every piece of clothing that I had that possibly could fit me.
Like Hulk.
Yeah, just, and I've always been like very wide, and you know, so I kind of just I was hitting it really hard. And like last year, especially when COVID hit, I had we all gained weight during COVID.
Yeah.
We all, the quarantine.
Let's be
15,
honest.
yeah, quarantine
did.
15, 30, 45. We hit all of us, and it was like kind of stacking for me. And then last year I went to the doctor for the first time in like 10 years, and she was like, "You're fat," and I was like, "Sick." I knew it.
Thanks.
And yeah, I just needed confirmation on that. Thanks, babe. And so I just started like really like hitting it, trying to eat healthy, you know, juicing and doing everything that I could. And like I'm still really bad at it, and I'm doing my best. But I lost like 30 pounds from last year to right now, and
That's great, actually. 30 pounds is like, give it up.
Thank you. Very sweet.
You're doing it.
When I'm on the road, I make a point to like do as much work as I can throughout the day. You know, pushing cases and lifting things, and like I deadlifted the drum riser by myself one time.
What?
What?
I don't know how much that weighs, but it's like 5.5 feet tall and
Like a
very large.
superhero over
With
here.
or without drums?
With drums.
Jeez.
Oh.
But just like, yeah, but I need to get a routine going, because when I'm going back and forth, like I can't just have a gym membership, just paying for 7 months of something that I'm not using. So I'm trying to figure out something that I can do, but I need to get back on it. I haven't had a good workout routine in a long time.
So when you're on tour, right, and you're working with the crew, you know, you're stationed in a certain area with your guitars that you're working on or trying to set up and make sure everything's looking good and sounding good. Has there ever been a moment where the touring crew took advantage of your ability to deadlift stuff?
Oh yeah, all the time. All the time.
It's like he can do it.
I mean, look at him. They're
No,
like, all right, this is
literally
my
our-
guy.
Yeah,
Let's
our
take him
stage
over
manager, Ryan, he'll like literally, if there's anything heavy, I'll just like hear him either yell from across the room or on radio, just like Jai to center stage, Jai downstage, Jai to like, and I'll just show up, and it's like me and like the other big dude, and we'll just lift whatever is there. Is when I when I first started the first tour I did with Gojira, like we didn't have a bunch of stagehands all the time. It was kind of just still just like the core crew, and that was it. So if something needed to get done, we just had to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I like me and like the other backline guys kind of got stuck with loading the truck all the time. So we were just hucking lighting cases and everything, set carts, whatever the fuck needed to go up. We were just throwing it. And so still to this day in arenas, all around the world. Also, if I just see somebody needs help, I'll go over and help. But I still just get called, a call to action all the time just to come and lift heavy shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to ask also a question that we love to ask when we have anyone doing tech. Was there a moment where something like disastrous happened, like things started falling off the stage, or like the fire, like just like disaster moment that you're like, oh shit, and you had to take care of business and like run and do something about it to like put out the fires?
Oh yeah, a bunch of times.
I wanna hear it.
We were in Arizona, and this stagehand, she walked behind my guitar rig and unplugged the entire thing by accident. So just all guitar sound just dropped. But the great thing about Christian and me and Christian working together, we kind of have a really good relationship at this point where he trusts me, which is very, very nice, and I appreciate him every day, and I love him to death. He looked over, and I was just like panicking, running around, plugging shit in, making sure it was good. And he was just,
come on, man.
and I was like,
I'm on it.
and he just went back to just like, all right, I'll just wait until the sound comes back. It's fine. Like we've had a few things like that, and he just looks over and is like, eh? I'm like, ugh.
I got it.
There was one in Australia where we had like a disastrous thing where it cut out for like almost a whole song. Fucking awful.
Damn.
But so many stage invaders, like people running on stage.
So you had to
Guys,
actually
don't
be a
do
security guard.
Don't do that,
A
guys.
bunch of times. Yeah. There's in Australia, somebody got on stage and I ran out, tackled them, picked them up on my shoulder, handed them to security off of my shoulder, yelled at security, and then ran back around to my side of the stage and then did a guitar change.
Whoa.
But then Christian was like, did something just happen? I was like, nah, you're fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, you're good.
It's all under control.
South America, so many times. Just a bunch all over the place. There's actually, if I forget which GIF keyboard it is, but on one of the GIF keyboards, if you search my name, there's a GIF of me eating shit in Santiago, in Chile, because I slipped on fog juice going to get a stage invader.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's just literally like Gojira playing, and then this dude just kind of like just drunk and high out of his mind, just like bopping his way on stage, and I run on and just like feet out from under me, like face down.
What?
Jeez.
Yeah. No, after the show, Joe, the singer, was like, dude, you have to be nice to these people. They're still fans. You can't like hurt them. And I was like, that was me. That was me that you felt vibration. That was me eating shit. He was like, oh, my bad. You're good.
Oh man. Yeah, guys, don't do that. I mean, there's also a lot of pyro stuff going off on stage. It's a hazard and it's dangerous to you, the band, the crew. It's disrespectful. So yeah, but these people are usually like stupid drunk and just doing dumb things.
Yeah, and it's and like around the world, it means different things culturally. And like if you're going to a punk show or a hardcore show versus people get things in their head. But like generally, if you're going to a show that has pyro or any kind of special effects, or a barrier between the stage and the crowd, maybe just don't.
It's there for a reason.
You can't fix asshole,
Yeah, sure.
You kind of got to deal with it.
Yeah, but I could just imagine. That's hot, actually. Like you just take someone, put them over your shoulder, and then you put them and you
Like wrestling moves.
and then you go back and then you fix shit. It's like, what the fuck? This superhuman Jai over here.
It's happened. So it happened with animals as leaders in a club in like France. Like there was this guy jumped up on stage and was just dancing. I picked him up and I was going to throw him back into the crowd, and there was just like this woman right there, just with this look of like, oh, but I carried him backstage and was like handed him security and like get him out.
Here, take this fool.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. But also at the same time, it's like, what the fuck, you know? Like, people behave.
Shit happens. I'd rather have a personnel issue than a technical issue.
So what was the? I know you played in, you played with the bands in a lot of different locations. What was the best locations you've worked in, as far as like the stage, like if it's arenas or if it's like smaller venues, like what was like the best ones that you've experienced?
That's all over the place because, like I said, there's amazing venues at every capacity. There are places that are amazing to play shows at that have amazing crowds. There are places that have amazing shows that are a massive pain in the dick to work at, God, I'm trying to remember the name of the venue in the Netherlands. I think it's like 043034. It's this amazing place, super easy, load in, amazing venue. The crowd is always absolutely incredible. We did 2 nights in a row with Gojira on my first European tour with them, and just like it's a very well thought out and very very good venue. Great lighting rig, great sound, and just more than enough dressing rooms for anybody. Great catering. And just like places like that really take into consideration of the crew and the audience and the band and everything are really really great. But then there's places like the Machine Shop in Flint, Michigan, which is just it's a small club. It's legendary, as it should be. It's just kind of like a regular club, kind of pain in the ass to get into, kind of a pain in the ass to get out of. Small stage, but the shows are just so incredible with the crowds that show up there, and like the house crew is so great and so hospitable, and like if you sell out, they'll open the bar up to the crew after loadout if you guys sell the show out, and like they'll drink with you and you have a great time, and it's in fucking Flint, Michigan, but it's one of the best like small club venues in the country. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's the vibe, right? And the people that make it.
Yeah, exactly. A good show can make up for any shitty day,
And also the smaller venues are more intimate, and then the bigger venues sometimes there's more technical things that could happen and go wrong.
Yeah, it goes back and forth. It all depends on the place. But like there was we did a tour a while ago with Gojira where we were like still making up COVID cancellations in Europe, but also doing new shows that were newly booked. So we started off in the UK doing like kind of smallerish venues. There was one place that was like usually a small kind of like low tier boxing arena that was like a pain in the ass to get into and just like really rough. And then we were also doing 16,000 people at Versailles and Paris, all on the same tour, and just having that back and forth was really kind of informing to just like it's just the show, it's just the people, and it's just making sure it happens, and if the fans show up, if everybody shows up, it's going to be a good day.
Another question is, where's the craziest fans, and who's the most warmest crowd?
Those are 2 different questions.
Yeah, those are 2.
Those are 2 different, because craziest is definitely South America and Japan, and they're crazy in 2 different ways, but they're both fucking crazy. In South America, it's like they'll be at the airport when you land, and they'll know what hotel you're going to.
Oh wow.
And they'll stay at the hotel for like 16 hours hoping to get an autograph or anything, and they'll go absolutely apeshit And Japan is kind of similar, and like they'll know like your itinerary, and like at the hotel, they're a lot they're really respectful and kind of quieter, but
Yeah.
they'll know like every single little thing that you're doing and where to show up and how to be there and what to do. And then South America also, just like we were in Chile one year, I think, and the band got off stage and the promoter was like, "You guys got to leave. There's a riot." And the band was like, "Oh, okay. Oh, fuck." And then they threw the band into a van and they had to get them out ASAP because there was a riot going on outside because the fans were going crazy.
They're like the Beatles over there.
Well, I mean,
Right?
it happens all the time with bands down there. It's kind of just a regular thing.
Because
It's just
not so
like,
many bands go there all the time. So when they actually arrive, they're like, "Oh shit, there's a big band in town," and it's just that's why those things happen.
exactly. No, there's somebody that I know that works with a few other bands. He has a thing. He'll take a guitar pick in South America and go into the crowd before the crowd gets there and super glue it to the floor. And after the
What?
show, there's always a crowd of like 15 people trying to get the guitar pick off the ground.
Oh no!
Scraping
It's
it.
like a prank.
Yeah. But you can use them as currency. Like if you show up, especially in Mexico, like there'll be villages set up outside bigger venues where they're selling bootleg merch and things like that. If you show up and like give them guitar picks, they'll just like give you whatever the fuck you want.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great.
That's a good tip. That's interesting to know that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. But did you say the warmest or the kindest?
Yeah,
fan?
like the warmest. Like you're just they're so
They're, like,
sweet.
really
They're
chill.
awesome. They're not trying to kill anyone. They're just like super like
Appreciative.
responsive.
yeah.
For that, probably I would go England is really, really good. Like some of the best shows we've had, I've been in lucky enough to be in the vicinity of have been in the UK. UK, Scandinavia is great. They get on the ground and they start doing the rowing in the mosh pit.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. When I see that, it's so fun.
Yeah, I'd probably go Scandinavia and UK.
Wow.
Honestly, because like the when we did Bloodstock last year, when Gojira did Bloodstock, that was the best show I've ever been around. Like just unbiased in my life. Just the crowd was so fucking good, and it made like Gojira is always just insanely tight. I can say that as somebody working for them or not. They're just incredibly good live. But when the crowd is that good, it just pushes them to that extra like echelon. And it was just like they released a few videos from it. It's they're on YouTube. It's just such a good fucking show, and the crowd made it that. The crowd absolutely made it that.
So I wanna dive into your experiences on the differences between all the three bands that you've worked with. You know, the setup and how everything flows with their equipment. Was there a massive difference between all three of them?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it depends from band to band, from person to person who you're dealing with. Like whether it's Ghost, Gojira, Animals, Day to Remember, fucking Seosin, Butcher Babies. Like everybody has a different flow to things. The biggest difference would be just like kind of how streamlined someone's setup is, as far as and what to the venues that you're playing. Like with when I was with Ghost, they're just doing arenas. It's a massive show and you're putting it into an arena. So they just have racks with Axe effects and other units in them, and the sound guy comes up and plugs into the back of it, and then that's it, and we just are switched over to more that kind of centric setup with Gojira to be able to do venues like that consistently easier. And with Animals as leaders, they do clubs, they do theaters, and every once in a while they do something bigger. They have to be a little bit more flexible, and also they don't have the budget that a lot of that those guys do because they're still, a that sized band. So everybody's working with what they have, and just the most important thing is that they, are smart about it, and they all have been really, really smart. Data Remember was the same thing as Ghost, just a real simple plug-in, Axe Effects, done, all good.
They do like MIDI patch changes like throughout songs, or is it all manual like control?
It depends. Again, band to band. Gojira is most of their set. There's no click.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, that's just Mario fucking being an absolute monster.
Yeah.
There, most of the tunes there's no click for, and that also speaks volumes to our lighting designer, Pete Carey. He is an absolute beast. Insanely talented, insanely fucking good person. He's great, and the light show is insane.
Yeah,
and he does all no click track. He's got things stacked and bust and ready to go, but he's doing it all himself.
Oh.
So
lighting guys, I tell you, there's something else. Those lighting guys.
I really,
Incredible.
really, really appreciate Lampies now, having worked with them for a long time. It's a whole different breed.
You call them lampies?
They might not like it if you do, but yeah.
I was like, okay. Note to self: don't call them lampies. Only Jai.
I throw around lighting fixtures. It's fine.
I'm not gonna say nothing to him. Come on, it's Jai. Look at him. He could just throw you across the room.
No. I love
these
them
are
all,
great
man.
halogen light bulbs.
No, but I get like you're a big teddy bear at the same time. I get like you're a sweetheart, but like don't mess with Jai. You know what I'm saying?
I stand up for my boys. That's all I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reason why I asked is because we're looking into a lot of like MIDI control, like streamlining our shows so that when we hit certain sections of our music, things are changing. With the lights, the sound effects, and we run tracks and everything. So I was trying to get an understanding like how a lot of their stuff is kind of set up because with backing tracks and whatnot.
If a lot of bands will have everything, every single thing from guitar changes, bass, keyboard changes, lights, everything all run off of MIDI, off of Logic, Ableton, things like that, and it's all one fucking space bar that you're hitting, or just the entire show running through. Ghost had that, and it was fucking incredible. Data Remember, I was doing changes for they had MIDI for certain things. I think the lights were all on click, but yeah, it just changes. It varies from how in depth people want to get. You can get absolutely all the way in and just have everything run off of one brain, and just the drummer hitting go on an SPDSX, and that just sends the entire thing going.
Mm-hmm.
But with Gojira, I'm DJing effects, every song, doing everything. Even we're using quad cortexes, but I'm still punching and bopping and doing everything.
So you're changing the effects behind the scenes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
That's a big job for you to make sure they're hitting the right effects before each changes.
Yeah, well, he has it's essentially the exact same setup that we had when we were using EVH amplifiers. We didn't want to change the show for the band. Everything stay the same for them. Just change it on our side. So they have a controller that is like an EVH channel switcher for the green, blue, and red channel, and then the whammy, and then the effects. And so their show didn't change, but neither did ours, because we're still back there hitting delays, reverb, phasers, everything. But now we can control every single thing from where we're at. If it just so happens that like a pyro cue gets missed, or something's off, or Christian gets caught up on some side of the stage, I can run the whammy from where I'm at, or I can do everything. As long as he's playing guitar, we're taking care of it.
So would you consider like your job to be more of like a backup in case like they need you to create those changes, or is that like a main thing that you have to do during the time that they're playing? like they'll control their own changes whenever they have the chance, but then you're also watching and making sure that you do the backup part if they're away from their board.
Yeah, no, it's yeah. Christian could literally not go to his board the entire time, and I could run it. But that's just there as a redundancy,
Oh, okay, okay.
you know. So as far as just like channel switching and whammy stuff, he's got all that covered. Uh, for delays and effects like that, it's always been us, and that's still how it's going.
Okay. And then
Sorry, it's getting real inside baseball guitar nerd stuff.
Wow.
yeah. No, 'cause
Nerd alert! Nerd alert!
we like the tech behind
No,
it
I
because
love it.
it really puts into perspective
A
on like
lot.
how bands route their stuff and how things are functioned behind the scenes, because not a lot of people see this, or
Yeah.
understand this. They're watching it from the front, and things are happening, and they're like, okay, well, where's this coming from?
Yeah, and like I said, it changes from band to band and from artist to artist. Some people like to have a massive pedal board in front of them and tap dance the entire show and do what they can. Some people have run literally everything off of MIDI and can like do incredible things just from that. And with us, we have a very good communication with the artist, and it's mostly just kind of fucking sounds good, make it work.
Yeah.
So what advice would you give to bands to make it your job simpler and easier and more fun? If you had your own way, how would you construct the stage, and how would it be a smooth layout, I guess, or how would you do it if it was your way completely?
Speaking just in general to an artist, I would say don't be a dick. Just it's it's a
I put you on the spot. I'm sorry.
no. I've been
Yeah.
asked this question. I've
Yeah.
been asked this a lot, and I've thought about this a lot before.
Yeah.
It's a double-sided coin because
Yeah.
with artists, like the main thing is that they need to be happy and comfortable in order for them to produce the best product possible. That is what matters most. And some people, if you beat them blindfolded between quad cortex and tube head, they wouldn't be able to tell the difference. But if you tell them that it's a quad cortex versus a tube head, they will not feel as comfortable as they are with a tube head, and also the inverse. So it just matters of what makes the artist comfortable, and that is what I'm here to do and to facilitate. Is an environment for them to be comfortable and be able to play confidently and not have to worry about any technical mishaps, anything like that. So on the technical side of things, it just matters what they need, and as long as we have the flexibility to make it work and make them happy, that's fine. If it's such a constricting situation where like it needs to be this into this pedal into this this is, and then it can get into dick territory. But uh it's it's just doing your job on both ends. So I'm just here to make it sound good and feel good for the guitar player so that they can be comfortable and happy and play their show as best as possible to all the kids. And then on the tail end of that, if I can make my life easier by color coordinating some things, making some patch changes, doing things like that, possibly even enhancing some patches here and there for them to make their life even better and sound better, then that's what we'll do.
Do you feel that you have like the right or the okay to come up with solutions to certain things to make it a little easier, like information or like streamlining certain setups, and say like I can make this happen exactly the same way but in an alternative format that makes it a little easier for all of us? Do you feel like you have that ability to do that?
It depends on the band and the crew that I'm working with. With Gojira, like it was just between me and Christian, we literally changed his quad patches every show, on the last French tour, just like kind of adjusting things, little things here and there. And like we'd do a show and I'd be like, did that sound good? He was like, oh, it sounded so good. I was like, I deleted that thing that you did and added one thing that I did.
Oh, you
And he's,
see?
oh, you sassy bitch. I'm like,
You gotta trust Jai. He knows what he's doing.
but then he'll come back and be like, maybe if we add this in, and I'll be like, fuck, that's better. So with me and Christian, it's like a very good back and forth. You know, he had something, I had something. Take away my thing, add his thing. And we find, because I at this point I know what he wants and I know what he needs, and I just want that for him. I want my baby to be happy.
Yes. You're
Yep.
the secret sauce, baby. That's what it is.
So, but with other bands, it can take a little bit, but that's another thing just coming from a guitar repair background, like getting to know players very quickly and like what they need in a guitar setup. Something as basic as that can translate into a larger thing for tone and just overall comfortability in a gig. And even just little things, just having a bottle of water in a certain place, or a stage towel, glass of wine here and there, it can make a world of difference to somebody. It's not all just about the dorky tech shit. It's just about being a human being that's listening and trying to do your gig.
Well, it sounds like Jai's your man. Like if you need a tech guy, you do everything. I mean, from being there, doing the thing, and also defending them, making sure they're like properly hydrated and sounding perfect, giving them the secret little sauce there in their sound. It's beautiful. I mean, I could see why you are touring with such amazing artists, because you're doing it and you're doing it amazingly.
And you're getting callbacks too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fact that you're getting those callbacks that people like, they're like, yeah, we really like the way this guy works. So that says
Speaks volumes.
It amounts to like the type of person you are and also the type of work that you do.
I've gotten very lucky that the people that I've gotten to work with we've matched up so well, and I'm very, very thankful for them every day.
That's beautiful.
So for anyone that's new, wanting to get into this field of being a guitar tech, what would be the first few things that you can give them as advice to to work on? Things to do, things to not do.
Don't be a dick.
At the end of the day, don't be a dick,
That's
guys,
the theme.
right?
That's the theme. That's the theme for everything.
It's the name of the podcast for sure.
Don't be a
Don't
dick.
be a dick.
Just be a nerd. Study your craft. I was in a Barnes and Noble yesterday, and I hadn't picked up a Guitar World magazine in a long time, and I got caught in a fucking hole for like an hour just looking through the magazine. It's been so long, and be passionate about about what you want to do, and you don't have to be the best. You do not have to be the best at what you do. Just know enough to be confident in your work and to be able to take in more information and criticism from other people, constructive criticism, and never stop learning, and just put yourself into a situation where you are able to absorb more information and work.
Stay busy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just anything. Sorry, that sounded douchey.
Work.
Just
True.
hang out at clubs, hang out around people in the industry that you want to be in. As much as it sucks, working with Live Nation, it doesn't suck in New York. There's unions. It's great, but I have my problems with Live Nation as a whole around the country. And be around venues, work with people in venues, work with promoters, work with artists, and just do work that you're proud of, and do good work, and do your best.
Be like Jai, guys. That's the point.
Yeah, and get really, really fucking lucky like I did. That's my best advice.
Luck is definitely part of it, but
Yeah,
like you said,
it's
definitely it's who you know and stuff. But it's really like you can get into the door, but what keeps you there is the way you are as a person.
Luck is preparation and timing. If I wasn't in a place to be able to take advantage of the opportunities that I got, then I wouldn't have. And I was very lucky, and I will never not say that. But I was always around. I was hanging around Hollywood. I was, always in the places with people, and I never said no to anything. I always just took on whatever I could, even if it fucking sucked and I had to pay for parking and wasn't getting paid to do a job.
I was gonna say, like, is there something that you wouldn't want to do? Like, is that like, do you choose one or the other that you feel that, okay, I'm not gonna work with this type of group because of X, Y, and Z, but I will work with this group because they're a little bit more, focused and all that stuff. Like,
I guess preferences.
yeah.
I'm very much a people person. I can usually make most things work regardless of genre or anything like that. The only times I've ever really turned down work is just because of scheduling or things like that. I did turn down a while ago. A friend of mine hit me up and said, "Oh, this band needs a guitar tech with a really good sense of humor. Are you free?" And I was like, "What does that mean?" And he was kind of like, "Well, they have some weird views." And after beating it out of him, he was like, "They're Nazis." I'm like, "Oh yeah, no, I don't want to do that."
Oh no!
The sense of humor.
Yeah, it is. So you hit up a Jewish guitar tech with a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
That's something that you would not do.
Yeah, some Eastern European band. And I was like,
I don't think that's gonna work out. So
yeah, and I was like, for their safety, I think I'll just I'll say no to that one. But
for theirs and yours.
wow!
Imagine like you just show up to that gig and be like, yeah, I'm part Jewish.
So what do you guys need? What do we do? What do the guitar rigs look like? What do we do?
They all stare at you like, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, like the last guest we had, he was also a tattoo artist with a tattoo shop, and is there anything that you wouldn't tattoo on a person? And he said also that
yeah.
Yeah, Nazi shit. Yeah, nobody wants.
Yeah,
nobody wants that.
With that.
That shit over there.
Yeah, if anybody comes on your show and is like, "I'm looking for Nazi clients," end the chat for sure.
Yeah.
No. I think I'll pass.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. Well, that's the last episode of this ever.
So let's see. We've dived into so many things.
Well, I wanna talk about your guitars back there.
You have a few of them, right?
Like you showcase. You were talking about the one that's on your left, right? Is that your left?
Yeah,
I'm
kind of.
Yeah.
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 So what is it exactly? Like, what's the make, model? What's
This is I just put them back there just so I could have actual guitar stuff in the background. This is my father's studio that he does podcasts from. He's letting me use it. He's a yoga teacher slash body worker,
nice.
so that's the skeleton and everything around.
Namaste. I'm a yoga instructor too.
Oh,
Hi, Daddy.
That's where Jai comes from.
Okay, Yen. Then Yen
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah, it's Jai Prem, which is Sanskrit for victory love. Yeah.
See, I was just
there
saying
it is.
that.
Like, it has to have a meaning.
Yeah, because we were talking about this yesterday. I was like, wow, Jai, and I was telling him, do you know what that means? And we were just talking about it. I'm like, that's why I was like, what's your background? Because I was like, that's intriguing, because of the name.
No, still very white, but yoga teachers.
Wow, that's amazing. I love that.
Have you done any yoga?
When your parents do something and you're a kid and you think everything your parents do is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I was wrong. I should have done yoga. I should have done more yoga.
It's a good workout, and it does get you, keeps you healthy and limber.
Yeah, I mean, at first when he thought, wait, yoga, and then he started doing, he's like, oh shit, this is harder than I thought.
Can't hold a tree pose.
It's insanely hard. My mom was one of the first people to do like heavy metal yoga in like the early 90s in New York, and all the bodybuilders would go by and like fucking laugh at him, and she'd make him come in and do.
All right.
And they wouldn't last fucking 5 minutes. The heavy lifters, and I'm the same way. I should have gotten into it.
I mean, it's never too late. You can always do it.
Absolutely. All right, but I just put these in the background just so I had some guitar stuff. But this is my main that I've had for like maybe 15 years. It's a Gibson, just Les Paul. They were doing a Guitar of the Week thing years ago, and this is number 21. They would just do a run of like 400
Oh.
around every week. It's just something weird and different. It originally came with EMG pickups, but it's just a studio with binding and an ebony fretboard, and it's my perfect guitar. I love it so much. It looked new when I got it, and now it's just absolutely beat to shit.
But you put it
It's
to
been
some
loved.
good use.
Yeah, no, when I was at MI, this is what I would play for 8 hours a day when I was going to school there.
Mm. And you
Yeah.
also play that on stage.
Yeah. When I was playing with the main band I played with was called Nihility Zero in Hollywood. This and this were the main ones I would play. Yeah, and then that one. This is it's an actual like bathroom tile
Ooh.
Wow,
top.
that's like Minecraft.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool.
And I always wanted a BFG, which is this model. And when I worked at Guitar Center in Hollywood, I saw somebody come in with this, and I was like, "That's mine. That's incredible." It
Yeah.
used to belong to the guitar player from Tokyo Hotel.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah, he had this done custom, and his assistant brought it in to sell it, and I bought it off him immediately.
That is dope. That's a cool story behind that guitar.
Yeah. You'll meet a lot of weird people working at Guitar Center Hollywood.
Yeah, in Hollywood especially.
Yeah. There was I was in the middle of a conversation with a customer, and I looked over and I saw Jason Momoa walk in, and I was like, I just went immediately over. And I was like, "Is there anything I can do for you, Daddy? Sorry, anything I
Oh
can
my
do for
god,
you?"
I know, right?
Yeah. Momoa, I met, I forget his name, the guy that played Bran Stark from Game of Thrones. Billy Gibbons, Rob Flynn from Machine Head, the first time I met him was there. Just like insane people all the time.
He plays bass, right?
Bran?
Jason.
Yeah, he plays in his band, yeah. But he also plays guitar, yeah.
Ah.
Oh wow. Yeah, you meet a lot of people.
You could definitely double for him.
I get that every once in a while, but I'm like, having met him, I'm like, no, you're sweet, but no. I could wear him like a skin suit. He's massive.
Yeah, he's that big.
He's huge.
Oh,
Yeah, I
both
picked up
feet.
a nine string. It just looked like a regular guitar in his hand.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big hands.
Mhm.
So, all right. Well, we got through that, and we got to your guitars. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we have that we want to jump into.
Before we go into the 12 songs to the soundtrack of your life.
So you did guitar work, and that's either during or even between, right? On tour, you repaired guitars for multiple musicians. One being George Lynch, Doug Pinnick.
Yeah, just well, the guitar shop I worked at in LA, Eric's Guitar Shop. He's been there since 1981. Best shop in LA. If you need anything from there, Eric is the guy to go to. He's the absolute fucking best. I've never learned anything more from any one person than from him. The roster of people that came in was absolutely insane. Like day one, Tim from Rage Against the Machine, Rob Trujillo, yeah, George was in there all the time. Nuno Betancourt from Extreme. I was just talking to somebody about Mark Shepard, the actor, would come in. Who I'm a huge like Firefly fan, so he's Badger and Firefly. That blew my mind. There's a bunch of like crazy, just LA people like that. Hank Azaria, not Nigel, Derek Smalls from Spinal Tap. He
Wow.
brought in all of his bases for his Derek Smalls tour. Yeah, just crazy people like that.
Spinal Tap. Did you get to see the second movie?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was as far as sequels go, pretty good.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
haven't checked it out yet. I remember watching the first one, and I was like, man, this is crazy funny. And
Yeah, the more you work in the industry, it just gets more accurate and more accurate.
Yeah.
I think it was The Edge. It said like the first time I ever saw it, I just wept. Like, it's so true. I'm like, yeah, it's so funny. We're all idiots just doing the same shit.
everything's real. I love how they make that twist. Like it's
Yeah.
it's like it actually happens because people go through it, but then they make fun of it.
Exactly. Yeah. It's called mockumentary for a reason.
Yeah. Did you do any work with Seven Dust?
I worked for a band that was opening for Seven Dust. Some friends of mine that I was helping out. Band called Tetrarch, out of LA and Atlanta. They were opening up for Seven Dust, and I did a tour with them. They're awesome guys.
Is there any bands that you would love to work with if you had the opportunity?
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just like kind of legacy. Just like I would obviously Metallica would be amazing, but we're doing Gojira is doing a tour with them later this year,
Oh, nice.
so that's gonna be awesome. So I'll get to work with them.
Another dream.
Yeah, Sabbath and Ozzy are off the board, sadly.
Oh.
But yeah, just like honestly, just being able to get to be around people like that and to be in that world is just so gratifying. Just being able to make a living doing stuff like this is really the goal. So yeah, anything like that.
Your passion, your love is your dream. You're living it. You're living it.
Yeah, very, very thankful.
Did we get to your 5 favorite guitarists? Did we get? Well, I don't think we tackled that.
No, I
question
think it was the bands that we talked
yeah,
about.
the bands. Speaking of, I know Kirk
Ooh.
Hammett
5
is one
favorite guitarists.
Oh, damn. That's tough. Oh God. 5 favorite guitarists. Well, as far as personal influence, James Hetfield is like the guy. There's no metal guitar player on the planet that hasn't been influenced in some massive way by James. And same can be said for Zakk Wylde, but more so James for me. George Harrison, just he's one of those guys where like the work he was doing was so complex and monumental, but mostly goes unnoticed as guitar work.
Yeah.
An average listener, that because it's so good in the songwriting, it just blends in with the entire mosaic of the song. But just an absolutely insane player. I mean, Tosin, like, I'm never going to be able to play like that, but just having that to look at makes you play better. That's something to do.
And seeing it, for yourself, like day in and day out, working around them is incredible to see.
Yeah, it's that double-sided, inspiring / I guess I'll just sell every guitar I have kind of thing.
2 more.
Oh God,
so hard. The last 2.
It's literally crazy. Tony Iommi. Oh, Tony. God damn, Tony Iommi, of course. Yeah, obviously Tony. Tony invented heavy metal. I've had the conversation with people a million times. People get all up their ass about like, well, if you technically think about it, Wagner was very heavy metal himself. Bach was very metal. Fuck it, it's Sabbath. Sabbath invented heavy metal. That's where it fucking started. And Tony Iommi invented fucking heavy metal. Zeppelin was doing amazing stuff. Zeppelin was doing heavy stuff. Zeppelin was doing hard rock. Alice Cooper was doing stuff. Jimi Hendrix was doing stuff. Fucking Black Sabbath invented heavy metal. And Tony Iommi invented heavy metal. Yeah. So everything that we have, we owe to him.
Yes.
Yeah. And at the top of that, let's go Django Reinhardt.
Django!
Yeah, absolutely Django Reinhardt. The Gypsy Jazz, every artist I can name a bunch of them, but everything they have is, back to him. And just that entire genre and style of guitar playing is so alien to anything that is regular that it's what death metal guys do when they get bored to learn something new, is go do Gypsy Jazz. And it's just so insane and so musical and so beautiful.
Nice.
Well, I think that was the
was
whole
all
list.
5, yeah.
Yes, we got through it. Woo!
Did
I know
it.
it was hard, but we got him.
Let's go.
The last thing I like to bring up is that you're currently doing guitar repairs. So if anyone, are you like for hire for guitar repairs? Like how or can people reach out if they want their guitars to be adjusted?
Absolutely. If anybody needs any guitar repairs or consultation or anything like that in the New York City or greater New York City area, you can hit me up at Jai Kaminoff, JaiKaminoff on Instagram, and I'll be happy to help you out and get your guitars playing, sounding, looking real fucking good.
Sweet deal.
Also, I know there was something else I wanted to ask. Oh, when do you go back on the road? Because I know that's coming up soon too.
In a month, right?
Yeah, I think March 26th. I'll be out again with animals, and then I just go straight into Gojira from that, and then I'll be back in like September.
Wow. So if you got this little window, guys, if you want to get in touch with Jai, you have this little window.
There'll be some week, few breaks in between where I'll be back. Wow, but anytime I'm in the city, I'm available for your own personal guitar repairs and consultations.
All right. So, all right, you thought the last question was hard. This could be hard or easy depending on how you overthink it or just go for it. And it's the 12 songs of the soundtrack of your life. So it could be a song that you've loved since you was a child. It could be a song that reminds you of your parents and going to the beach. It could be the first song you learned on guitar, first solo. But it's the 12 songs that defines you and the soundtrack of your life. So go.
All right. Well, I had warning about this one, so I actually was able to write down a list. Nice. So it's 12 individual songs.
Yes.
All right. Number one is going to be Day in the Life by the Beatles. Oh. It's my favorite song by the Beatles, so it's my favorite song by my favorite band, so it's the best song ever.
Yes.
Just the overall composition, and just the dark and the light, back and forth between Lennon and McCartney, going back and forth, and the overall musicality. And it's something that the Beatles has a song for everybody. And I say this to people all the time. If you don't have one song by the Beatles that you don't at least like, I can understand people who don't like the Beatles, who are Rolling Stones.
No, I don't understand them. I don't.
Yeah, if there's one song the Beatles have that you like, and if there's not, then absolutely fuck you. I have nothing to say.
Like for me, that was like my first obsession, the Beatles growing up, having all the albums that my dad had, and I wanted to change my name to Michelle because I love the song, and I would like, no, my name is Michelle. Don't call me Jenny.
Michelle Montel, absolutely.
Yes. So it's like I get it. I was obsessed with them, and yeah, how can you not have a Beatles song in the soundtrack of your life, right?
Yeah, and I'll be able to sing the lyrics to you. And going in with that is the song "Something" as well by the Beatles, just because that guitar line, that na, 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 when I was a kid, that was just so beautiful to me, and it was just part of the song. I think I was like 11 or 12 when I realized it was actually a guitar. When I started being able to pick out noises and music and assign them to instruments. And that was one of the first ones I was like, oh, fuck, I want to play guitar. That's awesome. So, but mostly Day in the Life. Next up would be Drumbone / a couple other songs by the Blue Man Group. This is kind of a niche thing, but my little brother's godfather is one of the original 3 Blue Men.
Oh, wow.
I grew up going to the shows and listening to the records and things like that, and the music that the Blue Men did on their albums is so goddamn, especially on the first 2 records, is so good.
Yeah, it's underrated.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of parts, a lot of songs with electric guitar that, again, when I was a kid, I just was really, really attracted to those songs. I didn't know why until I found out it was electric guitar. They had a song with Gavin Rossdale from Bush.
Yeah.
That was on the Terminator 3 soundtrack called The Current. there was like a heavy like hard rock metal song that I heard when I was a kid, and I'm like, that's my favorite one.
Yeah, yeah.
Turns out it was electric guitar.
So cool.
Next up, "Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me" by U2.
Oh, good one.
My mom was a massive U2 fan. I knew every word to Joshua Tree before I could talk, because
Aw.
she would play that album all the time in the car when I was younger. But that was like the one U2 song where when I got a little bit older, I was like, I like that one. This is cool. I like this. And the Edge's guitar work was worldwide monumental. But
Yeah.
just listening to it and being able to hear like those soundscapes and not feel bad about being confused about what instrument it was, because it was the Edge and he was, working a guitar in such a weird way.
Have you ever seen them live?
I've never seen U2
Me
live.
too. I've never seen them live. I can just imagine how powerful a show would be to go see live.
Since I've started working in the industry, my mom hits me up every time U2 tours. She's like, do you know anybody that works with U2 yet? I'm like, no, sorry, mom.
Yeah, it's like,
They're working on it.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I guarantee you, the moment I meet somebody that works with U2, you're the first person I'll call.
oh
Get you
yeah,
into the show.
that's a great one.
Yeah. Next up, "Fairies Wear Boots" by Sabbath. Just,
Gotta.
yeah, what's going on here? What are we
Yeah.
doing?
What are we doing here?
That's like the song that like me and my friends in high school, like my stoner friends, my not metal friends, would be able to listen to, and we could talk about Sabbath and Pink Floyd and Zeppelin and things like that. And they weren't metalheads, but we could still talk about music because Sabbath was that bridge.
Yeah.
Me and them, and "Fairies Wear Boots" was like the epitome of that song.
Yeah, I grew up with my dad. He was like a huge Black Sabbath fan, so it was always in the background. So like, yeah, that's what I mean. Like the soundtrack of your life is things that you grew up and you just have that memory, like in a time and place where you remember. It just takes you there.
Yeah, the entire record is like that. And then "And Justice for All," Metallica.
Yeah.
Like, the main reason that I actually started playing guitar is because of Rock Band, the video game.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, big time.
A lot of people say that too. You'll be surprised how many people say that. It introduced them to wanting to be a guitarist.
For my generation, there wasn't really a lot on the radio as far as heavier music kind of goes. There wasn't. You could go on the internet and look for things like that, but as far as something that's just readily available to the public, things like Guitar Hero and Rock Band, you could just accidentally stumble into incredible heavy metal. And hearing "A Justice for All" on Rock Band for the first time, it's a 10-minute long fucking incredible just riff city song. And I was a kid, I love this. I want more of this.
This is me.
I need to be a part of, exactly. Like they like turned something on in my brain that just was like, oh, okay, I'm a metalhead now. Let's just do this forever, I guess.
And look at you now.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's 5 or 4?
6.
6.
6. And then after that, we'll go "The Last Baron" by Mastodon.
Oh.
Yeah. Off of "Crack the Sky." That entire record just it's I put it next to "Dark Side of the Moon" as one of the best progressive concept albums of all time.
That's definitely that's my favorite too, concept album wise.
Yeah.
Pink Floyd, it's like, man, it's huge in my life too.
It's unbeatable. But "Crack the Sky" and the finale of "The Last Baron," just that 13-minute long, just progressive riff after riff after riff, songwriting, absolute nirvana, is absolutely insane. And it's still one of those things, like being around the Mastodon guys, and rest in peace, Brent. Very thankful that I got to know him for a little bit. Just those guys are all just the next level musicians and songwriters and people, and in every form. They just, you meet them and it makes sense they can produce something like that, you know.
Wow. Yeah.
Mm. Next up, I'm gonna go Conclave con Dio from the first Ghost album.
Oh.
That brings me back to the first time I saw them at the Orion Festival, Metallica's first festival they held in Atlantic City. Ghost was playing, like, I was just attending. I was a fan. Ghost was playing in the middle of the day, and I think this was like right around or before their first album released. Nobody really knew who they were, and they came out, and it was the fucking creepiest, coolest show I've ever seen in my life. In
It left
full
an impression on you for sure.
Oh my god! Just like these guys come out in the costumes and everything, and they're playing Conclave con Dio with the swinging the incense burner, and they played a tape of a baby crying for 30 seconds before they did their "Here Comes the Sun" cover. It was just so cool,
Wow.
and I was a fan for life, and like I said, having gotten to work for them was incredible.
That is incredible.
And then CAFO, Animals as Leaders, because that also brings me back to high school and just seeing somebody do that on guitar for the first time, just light years away from, you know, the Jimmy Page and Tony Iommi, Zach Wilde videos that I was watching on YouTube, just to see that and see the instrument in such a different way was really, really crazy. And it's still just an amazing song, songwriting wise. It stands up to this day.
Wow, I think we have 2 more.
That's 9, I believe. Yeah.
9?
We're going. You chose the number.
Yeah.
I'm going with your format.
It's supposed to be 12.
It's 12
You
songs.
asked for 12. I've got
12.
3
All right.
more.
Oh, okay,
3 more.
okay, we're not done yet.
No, we're not done.
I'm just like the whole stories behind it. I'm just getting lost in the stories, and I love it.
I told you this one was going to be a minute. The Gift of Guilt by Gojira. Again, very lucky that I happened to work for them. When I was at MI, we would do those live performance workshops that I mentioned before. And one week was The Gift of Guilt. And it's such just like a very emotional and like beautiful song, and being like so heavy at the same time, especially the content that it's speaking about. And like I heard Gojira before, and I knew that they're amazing, but like hearing that and like doing the deep dive over the week of learning the song and playing it with people and, you know, singing it at one point and hearing the lyrics, it really kind of put forward to me that they were like just such a different kind of force, like in the way that in modern music, in modern metal, like Gojira, Mastodon, Lamb of God, like Machine Head, like those guys all just had something new to do in metal around that time, and they were really, really at the top of the heap with that, with their personal style of it. All right, next up is going to be Mahakali by Dissection.
Dissection.
Let's go. That entire Rheinkaus album is just such a departure from what people would usually expect from a black metal band. Like, it's just really good guitar work that anybody can appreciate. Like, it's riffs, it's melodies, it's everything, but it's still so fucking evil. And just everything he's singing about is fucking evil and beautiful. And that tune, Mahakali, it was another LPW, and I played it with a friend of mine who was about maybe 10 years older than me at the time when I was in school, and he was an ex-veteran. And me and him would just hang out together and just play songs for hours straight, just to hang out. We wouldn't really talk. We were both a little bit socially awkward, you know, and so we would just play guitar. And like this Mahakali was one. It just became our like greeting. I'd walk into his apartment and we just play this song, You know,
That's
were
your warm
hanging
up. Your warm up song.
Exactly. And like all my friends kind of adopted it. It just became like our large friend groups, just handshake was Mahakali by Dissection, you know.
Wow, that's cool too.
And then lastly, it's going to be Howls by Agent Fresco, who
Wow.
are such a good goddamn band out of Iceland. And they're not as heavy as Dissection or Gojira, or any. They're a little bit lighter, but they still have a very good prog element. And they the entire album Destrier, when it first came out, is just such a really kind of like moment in time for me when I was living in Encino in LA, and with the people I was hanging out with at the time, and just driving around LA in my little stick shift Mazda, listening to that album was really just a kind of pretty beautiful point in time for me. And that song in particular, anytime I hear it, just brings up particular notes of happiness and joy. And anytime I have an opportunity to tell people about Agent Fresco, I take it. And
I gotta look them up and
Yeah, we
do a
gotta check
deep
'em out.
dive.
Yeah.
you'll love the album. I'm telling you, you guys will fucking love that record.
So many good artists are coming out of Iceland, Netherlands, Sweden. All of it's like they're doing it. There's something in the water over there. You know how like we have
Nothing in the
something in the water?
Nothing in the water.
No. There's just so many mega bands coming out, and it's amazing to see. And
It's
see them.
undiluted autism. It's very, very cool.
Jai, it has been a freaking pleasure to have you, man. I mean, I could talk to you all day of so many the journey that is your life has been beautiful to hear and fun. You're so fun to talk to, and I can see why you're the man. You are the fucking man.
You're the
And-
man.
And I mean,
Thanks so
I can
much.
see why they chose you, and you're touring with all these amazing bands. Wow, so blessed, so blessed. And you're always grateful, and you never take anything for granted. I could see that. That's why your blessings keep coming, you know?
But
That's
you
why.
guys are so sweet. I appreciate you guys having me on. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
And I hope that our paths cross, you know, ever so. And we're both
Absolutely.
New
I love
Yorkers,
it.
so come on. Like, I mean, you know, we have to see each other in passing somehow. But we're going to keep in touch with you. And we got to thank you again for giving us this time and space. We really appreciate you. You're amazing.
Thank you guys. I'll catch you guys at Duff's pretty soon.
Nice. Everyone that's watching, thank you so much for hanging out and tuning in and listening to Jai's journey and story. If you're interested in checking him out further, follow him on his socials on Instagram and Facebook is generally where he posts most. So you want to plug in your Instagram and Facebook?
Yeah, it's Instagram is just at JaiKaminoff at Jai Kaminoff, and it's don't add me on Facebook. Don't go on Facebook. Just do Instagram. It's fine. We don't.
Instagram.
Yeah, there's enough conspiracy theories flying around. I don't need to get on Facebook. Let's do
So,
it.
yeah,
Yeah, you going on tour, right? So starting March
Yeah,
26th, right?
The first half of the Satch by Surfing with the Hydra tour. I'll be there at the shows up until South Carolina, I believe, and then I'll be at every Gojira Metallica show in Europe. If you're there, give me a shout. I'll come out and say hi.
Yeah, so if
Sweet.
you see this handsome man, don't mess with him either. He'll put you
He'll throw you over
on
the
your
shoulder.
and throw you somewhere where you belong.
give
Behave
you a
out
big-
there.
I'll give
Behave
you a
out there.
big old hug and tell you what you did wrong.
Yeah.
stupidly.
All right, everyone. Thanks again so much for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. Follow us everywhere for our next shows to come. We do have a show at the Sky Museum coming up in April 4th. It's our band together out in Long Island at the Nostalgia Bar and Grill. So check us out then and watch for updates. Visit our website at YenYorkCity.com and SkyMuseumMusic.com for more information there. Thanks, everyone. Much love.
Much love, much love.
And we'll see you again real soon. Bye.
Bye.